All right, we just had our second day of Powell, and for the most part, it was more of the same. However, there was one very crucial thing and one very important paradigm prism in which it occurred that's important, just in case you didn't know, that occurred today. The prism that occurred is he did this without seeing the JOLTS data. Not that the JOLTS data, it's an important piece of data, it indicates the labor market, whatever, but it's not the single most important piece of data. It's a very important piece of data, but it's not the PCE, excluding housing and food and energy. But he did this without that data. So just another piece of hot data in the string of what I expect to be hot data. Yes, I expect CPI to come in hot. I know a lot of people don't want to do that. Sometimes I don't want to do that, but given what used car prices have done, given where some European CPIs come in, I think it is going to be a hot CPI and PCE. So JOLTS, Powell did it without JOLTS, but JOLTS in a string of potentially incoming hot data. The one thing that he did say that is like mind-bogglingly important and points to what a lot of yesterday's video was about the old soil, the old paradigm of the market. He essentially said he doesn't expect the secular trend in low rates. So for the last 20 plus years, since the dot-com bubble, we've had rates falling just all the way. A big part of triggering that dot-com bubble, by the way, at least the beginning of it, was a hike in interest rates, just in case you didn't know. Anyways, Powell said, since that point, we basically, over the long term, just been going straight down in the 10-year. You can go look at that yourself. We obviously bottomed at that point, at some point, and got later inflation. Not saying the zero bound is what caused inflation, but holding them there, having the Fed participate in that market via printed money to buy treasuries definitely affected things, as well as fiscal spending, obviously. Anyways, Powell said that secular trend of lower rates over the last 20 plus years it's likely over. He said that. He used the words secular trend of low rates, something along the lines of not going to continue. So that changes a lot of things. People are trying to, price in lower rates in the future, how many years till the Fed gets it down. If you look at the dot plot, the last dot plot we got, we don't get the dot plot at every FOMC meeting. The last dot plot we got, and the dot plot we got prior to that dot plot, you will notice, if you go to the section all the way on the right, long-term yields. Fed members increased their expectations. This is 2025 and beyond, I believe, as the last dot plot. Next time it'll probably be 2026. They increased. The median forecast was that they increased. So that could mean longer term, average rate, where it is really long term, or that they're kind of pushing even farther the cutting cycle. Either way, there probably will be a point in the future that we get close to something like 0% interest rates or a lower than 2% discount rate, Fed funds rate, whatever. That probably will happen in a future recession. Probably will happen again. But the continuous trend of falling interest rates is over. This is a new paradigm. This is a new situation. Everything for the next at least few years is going to be very different. It's going to be several years of higher than, I can't remember the word, but it's like the neutral rate. It's going to be several years above the neutral rate. And the secular decline in interest rates is over. Okay? Very big deal here. Again, going off what we said yesterday, having higher rates, and given how low we were, getting back to the previous highs or like that kind of level is just totally off the table, and we have to, go with what I've talked about in this video, Powell talking about in this video, to further hammer home that point. At least for ourselves, other people can do what they do. Yes, it's frustrating. They keep trying to, believe that we can get to all-time highs. It's like almost like a binary market right now, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to look for deals. I'll buy a good deal. It's not that I'm 100% short. Short is not all I'm doing right now. I might even have more longs than shorts, actually. So that's today's video. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks here, or a few weeks. Again, that's today's video, and until next time, peace out.